are already shortlisted for the Olympic Games.
Of course, the goal is the Olympics, but just jumping for Team USA is something that I love to do, and right now I have a fantastic horse for that with Oregon.
Welcome, Lillie. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, are we ready to jump right in?
Ready.
All right, so you come from the most extraordinary family. Brother is a professional hockey player, sister is professional ballerina. How did you end up at the top of the sport in show jumping?
I definitely am from an ambitious family, and since I can remember, my siblings, they were very passionate about their different sports, so I was lucky that I found horses, and it just was natural to really commit to what I was passionate about.
Did someone in the family give you like the horsey bug?
Definitely. My mom, she rode as a junior, and she actually stopped when she was 18, and she had nothing to do with horses for the beginning of my life, and I got her back into it, but she definitely gave me the bug.
Amazing. Amazing. All right, Florida season is winding down. How important is WEF to your sort of yearly plan, especially building up for this year?
So Wellington has really become my home. This time of year, for us to be competing and being able to work at home at the same time makes it a little bit difficult, but it's also a huge privilege.
Yeah.
And I really try to balance kind of my goals throughout the year, starting from where we start in WEF, and try not to overjump the horses, which is hard here because there's so many classes and so much opportunity. But yeah, I think to have this like one epicenter where everyone is, you can always bring like young horses, bring them up as you're jumping a 5-star the same week. That makes it a pretty special place.
What's your like favorite part of the season down here?
Oh gosh, my favorite part of the season honestly is in April when it's ending and most people leave, and I feel like I've accomplished something and get ready for the summer.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, the finale Grand Prix is coming up next week, and there's like a whole host of European riders coming down from Ocala. Does that affect strategy? I mean, how do you feel about them kind of swooping in like this?
Yeah, I mean, in previous years, we remember when you had to qualify for WEF 12, and really the whole season was aiming towards that Grand Prix. And now, obviously, the rules have changed. People can show up with fresh horses. So in some ways, maybe they have an advantage. I tried to not overjump my horse. That's why I skipped Ocala this week, because I really wanted to aim towards WEF 12. So I think that it's going to be an exciting Grand Prix. Always when the competitors are their best, it just pushes you to be better. I try to take that perspective, and yeah, hopefully can come home with a big win.
Yeah, for sure. All right, you are already shortlisted for the Olympic Games. What does that mean, and how does it sort of affect your strategy and how you're preparing for this big summer?
Yeah, so obviously the observation events, we don't know yet which ones that I'm doing, but I kind of shape the rest of my shows around that. And of course, the goal is the Olympics, but just jumping for Team USA is something that I love to do. And right now I have a fantastic horse for that with Oregon. So really going through Wellington and trying to peak just enough, but not overjump them, and really save for the big CSIOs that are going to come June, July.
Lots of big jumping to be done.
Yes.
Yeah. Lastly, tell us, how do you balance it all, right? You have businesses, you ride, you're getting ready for hopefully the Olympics. How do you find focus and sort of mental strength throughout it all?
So as a kid, obviously I went to school full time and I rode, and I actually found that doing multiple things, I was better at my individual pursuits. When I was at school, I was focused on school. When I rode, I was focused on horses. So actually being busy, I think, is a strength for me, and something that I'm well practiced in. So yeah, I just try to really be in the moment, and I'm lucky that when things go wrong, I know that I have another chance, and you're going to lose a lot more than you win. So to really focus on kind of the next goal and not get stuck in maybe the moments that feel like a step backwards.
Yeah. Sort of be prepared for it not going well.
Exactly. Just know that it's not going to go well sometimes, but it will go well again.
What would be your top 3 tips for sort of focusing in order to keep on your goal of the Olympics?
I think number 1 is planning, having a strategy and trying to stick to it. Number 2 is being flexible with that strategy. And even this season, some of my best horses, I had some injuries that I had to rework my plan. So being able to adapt to kind of the moment that you're in without just throwing the plan out the window. Yeah. And then the third thing would be surrounding yourself with people that believe in you and are very organized. I think that's made a big difference for me.
Those are awesome tips. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.